Rose. Surprise, surprise! It's Amy! Amy. Amy!
Surprise, surprise. Bringing people together with BT.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Packed with surprises. Yes, and here's the first one. As you can see, it's a basketball. It's a very special ball. Yes. And if you follow me, I shall explain all. Try and stand up there. Proper look at you. Oh, and you're a... How old are you, Mark?
15.
Just 15? Where are you from?
Lewisham.
Now, I don't know whether you know this, but this is a very special ball because it belongs to the English basketball team. Surprise, surprise, you can take that home and put that up with the other one, all right? Met any of the English team?
No.
Well, surprise, you're about to. You've got a couple of the lads way. Colin Irish and Peter. Wow! Hello. Oh, look at that. Have you ever felt like one of those dwarfs from Snow White? Oh, lad, what are you doing? By the way.
No, I've never done it.
Step down, meet. Oh. This is a big night. Got a very special invitation for you, haven't you, lads?
Yes, I would like you to come in with us. With the whole England team.
Yes. Are you excited, Mark? You are terrified, aren't you, Mark? So you've got that special ball there, and it's all thanks to the guys here. Thank you very much for helping us surprise our Mark here. Well done. Congratulations. Yes, well, while Mark's getting over that surprise, I'm looking for gardeners here in our audience tonight. Do we have any gardeners here in our audience tonight? What? Come on, there must be a couple. Who likes gardening in our audience tonight? Do you like gardening? No. No, I didn't think so. Anybody, you like gardening over it? No. He's saying, oh, God, no. What about you, sweet? Oh, yes, you've got your hands up. Let's have a look at the hands. Oh, yes, the dirty fingernails. No, they're not that dirty. They're wonderful. You a gardener?
Yeah.
Well, you see, I need a little bit of advice. Because I'm having trouble with me clinging ivy. It won't cling. It won't cling. Will you join me on the sofa and give me a little bit of advice? Tell me about my herbaceous borders. Come on, sweetheart. Join me on the sofa. Well, I have to say, Roger, you don't look like a gardener. And surprise, surprise, that surprised you, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Because you didn't know I knew that your name was Roger.
Not really, no.
Well, I know a few more things about you, Roger, because you're from Sheffield, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a gardener, you work up there in the Parks Department.
Yeah.
And you're married, you've got that lovely wife, Christine.
Yeah.
And your grown-up daughter, Anita. How am I doing so far?
Doing very well.
Doing very well. Well, you're Anita, Anita, you can blame your Anita for this because she wrote and told me all about you. She says that you love gardening. In fact, you love gardening at home as well as doing your job.
Yeah.
You like playing a bit of bowls.
Yeah.
And you love to do the karaoke. Is that right?
Only once.
A bit of warbling, though. Just a bit. And you love all those 70s pop groups. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, your time was the 70s, am I right?
Possibly.
Well, your Anita tells me that you'd love to sing with one of those famous 70s pop groups. And it's exactly what you're going to do. Surprise, surprise, they don't more famous than that. They're absolutely fabulous. You'll be singing Witchy Waddy Waddy. Come singing Witchy Waddy Waddy. Come Well, Roger, you're one of the team now. You are one of the team, but he doesn't quite look the part, Dave, does he?
You've got to make it a bit more colourful, apart from his face, that is.
Yeah. Well, how are we going to change? The suit's got to go for a start.
I would say we're into something along similar lines to...
The old creepers. He hasn't got the creepers
I
on.
bet it's got a pair in the wardrobe somewhere, haven't you? No.
Oh, well, we have. We're going to put the creepers on you. Going to put the suit and ties. Because we hate the tie, don't we, Dave?
We certainly do, yeah.
We do. And no, the owl can stay, but the tie's got to go. So you're going to be singing with Dave and the lads later on. So will you take care of them until then?
Yeah, we'll take care of Roger.
Go on, Roger. Go and get yourself ready, and we shall see you later, all right?
Yeah,
see you after, Roger. Take him off, lads. Well, now, I want to tell you about 9-year-old James Prichter from Gloucester. Now, James is a very busy young lad who spends a great deal of his spare time working for charity, which raises money to send disabled children on holiday. Mr. John Burston told us that through his work for charity, James and his friends have helped many, many children to fly off around the world. But until recently, James had never been to an airport himself, and his secret wish was to see some planes up close. Well, a few weeks ago, James's wish came true when he went to Heathrow to see off a party of children who were going to America. Now, what James didn't know was that we were secretly filming him and that we had plans to make his flying dreams take off in a much bigger way. We sent our Bob to Gloucester to give James the day trip of a lifetime. Have a look at this.
I'm outside the Moat Junior School where James is morning assembly. I need to find the headmaster so I can get in as well.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, Cilla sent me from Surprise, Surprise, because we've got a special surprise for one of you. Now, his name is James Prichter, so where's James? But, oh, come up here, James. I want a little word with you, if you don't mind. Now, then. Hi, James. Come and stand here. Cilla sent me. Morning.
Morning.
Bit of a shock for you.
Yeah.
Well, Cilla sent me because we've heard that you raise a lot of money to send other children to fly to Disneyland. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we also heard that it's only, not until recently you'd never been to an airfield, had you?
No.
And you've never been up in an aeroplane, have you?
No.
Well, the sky's the limit with Surprise, Surprise, James. What I'm going to do right now is that we're going over to an air museum at Duxford, and they've got lots of aeroplanes there that we can look round. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to come and wave us off?
Yeah.
That's our transport. Is that all right?
Yeah.
this one's called. That's a B-17 bomber. Now, James, normally people aren't allowed in here. Come with me. What's it look like inside? Ooh, right, we were. Hey, James, look at this. This is one of the guns. Have a go on that. Hold the handle down, the handle down. There's one, there's one.
Wo ist die Meute? Glaubt, sie ist nach Norden abgetreten, nach Menschen.
That's a passenger. Carry passengers in the old days, huh? What's your favourite?
My favourite aeroplane is that one.
That's your favourite aeroplane? Well, that's a Tiger Moth.
Yeah.
Did you know that? You like that one?
Yeah.
Well, there's Rolly there. Rolly's the engineer who works on it, and also the pilot. Rolly, this is James. Hello, James.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just about to go flying. Would you like to come flying with me?
Yeah.
You want to go up in there?
Yeah. Switches off.
Switches off.
Switches on.
Switches on.
Contact.
Contact. Well, we've had quite a day, haven't we, James?
Yeah.
But I'd like now to introduce you to Squadron Leader Tony Canane from the Red Arrows, who's got yet another surprise for you.
Hello, James. Have you had a nice day?
Yeah.
You've been flying on a Tiger Moth.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a very special present here for you. Look at this lovely model of a Tiger Moth for you to take away with you. How about that? And I've got something else as well, especially for you from the Red Arrows. A couple of videos and a few little books and stickers.
I
for
better
you
hold
to
those
take
for
out.
you,
Yes.
haven't I, James?
And there's a special treat again. If you'd like to come and visit us later in the year with your mum, we'll show you around and you'll be able to meet the pilots as well. How about that?
Oh, it's real.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Surprise.
Thanks.
Well, I bet he was on cloud nine, and so was ex-boxer Mick Norman. Now, a few weeks ago, he asked us to find his old naval shipmate, Tom Cumberland, known as Geordie. Now, that's them boxing for the Royal Navy Light Welterweight Championship. Well, that picture produced a result. Geordie got in touch with us, and we put him in touch with Mick. Now, don't you just love a happy ending? And there's another happy ending in store for a young lady sitting in a room just outside our studio. Her name is Elaine Botham, and that's her there. Look at that. She thinks she's here with the other two to audition for a talent show. But what she doesn't know is that she's passed it already. So I'm going round to give her the good news. Watch this space.
Pull the hair completely back, you know, dancers always do into a ponytail. Yeah.
Elaine, surprise, surprise. Oh, just talk amongst yourself for half an hour. Surprise, surprise, Elaine. Oh, stand up, have a chat to Cilla. Hello, Elaine. You look totally gobsmacked, sweetheart. You are? Well, you thought you were coming here today to do an audition for a talent show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's only partly true, because you're here today to sing live on Surprise, Surprise. Because we've got a we've got a super audience waiting for you. How do you feel about that, Elaine?
Scared.
Very scared. Oh, don't be scared. Never fear. Your Cilla's here. You've got to blame your mum for this, you know.
Smack her.
Oh, naughty, naughty Elaine. Because she wrote and told us that you've got a fabulous voice. She really did. And that it's your ambition to sing in the West End.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, Elaine, we're very close to the West End, so will this do? So we want you to sing on Surprise, Surprise tonight, but you're not going to be lonely, because you're going to be singing a duet. Now, I know you love that musical, Phantom of the Opera, don't you?
Yes.
Well, we've got one of Britain's leading tenors to sing a duet just for you. Oh, he's gorgeous. And here he is, like, right now. You're going to meet him. Come in, Robert Needmore. Come in, Robert. Say hello to... Oh, look at that. There's our Elaine. I can feel she's like, oh, yes, I say, like her. She's shaking in her boots. You going to look after her?
Certainly.
Good. Well, I think we better take a break there, Elaine. But please don't go away, everyone, because we've got a special surprise for a certain man sitting in our audience who only our viewers at home are actually watching at this very minute. So, see you in a couple of minutes.
Surprise, surprise! Surprise, surprise!
Hello and welcome back to Surprise, Surprise. Well, now I'm going to do a little survey and talk about men, the men in our lives. And I want to speak to women. And who better to start with but than you, sweetheart? Now, oh, I love the way you flick your hair. What do you look for in a man?
Tall.
Tall.
Handsome.
Have you got any particular fella in mind? I mean, any film stars?
Patrick Swayze type.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, yes. Oh, I'd dirty dance with him any time. Well, you've got great taste. What's your name, by the way?
Michelle.
Michelle. Enjoy the rest of the show, all right? Moving swift. Oh, I'm moving to her. Because, I mean, I can tell just by the look of you, sweetheart, you love, am I right, the beefcake type. I mean, you like a bit of muscle, a bit of flesh.
Yeah, a bit of flesh. Chunky.
A bit of, and chunky, yes. You wouldn't like the Chippendales by any chance, would you?
Yes. Yeah.
You like the Chippendales? Well, surprise, surprise, Joanne. Wait a minute. I know an awful lot about you, Joanne. Yes, I mean, I've heard about this coach trip last year. That you, because you're with the girls tonight, aren't you? And you booked all these tickets to go and see the Chippendales, and what happened?
We broke down on the motorway.
Coach broke down, so you never got to see the Chippendales.
Didn't get there.
Well, surprise, surprise, you are going to see the Chippendales, because we've got tickets for all of you. Yes. And surprise, surprise, to present those tickets to you, we have got the hunkiest Chippendale of the bunch. He has got more chips than all the Chippendales. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne and Angela, you may, because she told me about you. Here he is, John Ford. Come in, John. Look at OA. Oh, look. Oh, and your hair goes together and everything. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Oh, no, don't think of our husbands tonight. You've got something special for our Joanne, haven't you?
I certainly
John?
have.
I mean, apart from, I mean, you know, we're talking... we're talking invitations here. Yes, and it's
Well, we
right
have some
on.
empty seats at the show, and we wanted to know who they belong to.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
and you can bring all your mates and make sure that the coach doesn't break down in the future. And what do you think of this fine... Have a stroke. Oh, yes, you can. Have a pick. Oh, she's picking at your pecs, John. She is. And what about, you know, and look at this down here. I mean, this gives a whole new meaning. No, it does. It gives a whole new meaning to thunder thighs, doesn't it? Are you just jealous, all you ladies in the audience now? Yes, well, I touched him and everything. Yes, his skin is like silk, isn't it?
Lovely.
Oh, you could slide right off that, couldn't you? But what a wonderful way to go. Well, that'll be the phone, and I think that's for me. John, thank you very much for helping us with that surprise for Joanne and Angela and all her mates.
Well, hello,
I hate
ladies.
this. But look at me when I'm talking to you. I hate this, but oh, let it ring. I hate this, but I'm going to go and answer the phone.
All right.
Oh, maybe I'll see you. Give my love to all the guys.
You got it.
See you, John.
Oh.
Cilla?
Yes, that's me.
Hi, it's Keith from the City Darts.
Well, hello, Keith.
Oh, hey.
Is Sue there? Is she ready?
She is indeed, yes.
She doesn't know anything about this, does she?
Not at the moment.
Oh, well, will you hand her the phone then, please?
I will. Do you want to hang on a second?
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Well, that was Keith Nightingale. Now, he's ringing from a pub not too far away from here. I asked him to let me know when Sue Tompkins was in. Now, she's taken part in a ladies' darts match for charity. She doesn't know we're watching her on the telly. She also doesn't know that she'll be speaking to me any minute.
To me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Sue Tompkins.
Yes?
Surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
Cilla?
Yes, can you see me? I'm on the telly, look at the screen.
Oh, Cilla.
Are you suitably surprised, Sue?
I am.
Oh, you are. How's the match going, sweetheart?
Sorry, Cilla, I'm ever so nervous. I've seen it.
Oh, don't worry about it. You've got your arrows in your hand, I can see. Are you winning?
So far, yes.
Oh, good on you. Now, I hear you've got a funny nickname, Sue.
Yes, Sooty.
Sooty. Ah, Sooty. Well, he was on the show last week. Do you know that, Sue?
No.
Now, Sue, I know you play a lot of darts, don't you, sweetheart?
Yes, I do, yes.
Well, I've been learning a bit about the game, you know.
Have you?
Yes, and they do use some funny expressions like hockey. What's hockey?
It's the line that you stand on, ready to throw your dart.
Oh, silly me. So I know a bit about the game. I've been learning. I've been looking up on it. Now, if you throw a single, a double, and a treble in the same number, that's called a Shanghai. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Well,
Shanghai.
surprise, surprise, Sue. That's exactly what we're going to do with you tonight. We are going to Shanghai you right over here to our surprise studios.
No, Cilla.
No, because you're live on the telly now, Sue.
Oh, no.
You are actually live. We've got
Dorian Paddington, I'll kill you.
You are on the telly.
Oh, no.
And we want you to throw a few arrows for us. Now, will you do that, Sue?
I will, if I can, yeah.
Well, we'll see you later, Chuck, all right?
Okay, yeah,
And
thanks.
don't forget and bring your darts.
What? They're here.
Oh, they're there. See
Yeah.
you later then, Sue.
Yeah, bye.
Ta-ra then.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. And while Sue whizzes across London to join us, let me tell you about the surprise visit I made to Kessingland in Suffolk. I went to give a surprise to Ken Church, a Norwich City football fanatic. But before I knocked on his door, I had a quick word with one of his neighbours. Have a look at this. Oh, surprise, surprise! Oh, and the dog's there as well. Tell us your name.
Mrs. Katz, Irene, Reenie to you.
Reenie. Now, you know, I'm here because, I'm doing a few interviews for Surprise. In fact, I want to find out a little bit of information about some of your neighbours.
Yes.
How are you? Do you like your neighbours round here?
Marvellous.
Yeah.
We're all marvellous. I'm actually just out of Packworth. I've had heart valves, and they all clubbed together and brought me flowers, and it was marvellous.
Oh.
You don't know how you feel when you're lying there and you think people are thinking of you.
And are you well now,
I'm
Reenie?
fine.
Oh,
I'm actually
that's
fine.
good.
I'm all stainless steel, so don't get too near because you'll hear it. All the alarms going.
Tell us a little bit about Ken Church, because I'm going to surprise
Well, he's a
you.
marvellous chap. He's been, all his life.
Forever.
I've known Ken since he was a little boy.
Do you know, I've just noticed, I hope you don't mind me asking, I noticed that you've got 2 satellite dishes on your house. I mean, why do you want, he's just bragging or what?
Well,
No.
yes. Well, no, he lives in the back. He has his own room at the back. He has his television system. And he likes sport, and we like films.
You like the
And
film?
we like Surprise.
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
No, not
No, and when he watches his football, we can't watch a film, you see. So...
Well, really, I must say, it's been lovely talking to you and
lovely
Carl.
talking to
So it's safe to go over to Ken's house and surprise him.
Yes, it is. He's a marvellous
Glad I didn't
chap.
go to work today.
Really, Carl, ta-ra then.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you
indeed, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Surprise! Come out here, Ken.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what you're on, surprise, surprise. Now,
I know.
is it true you recently retired?
Retired, yes.
What did you used to do?
Milkman.
How long for?
34 years.
That's a long time, isn't it?
yes, long time.
And I believe you had a very quiet retirement. I mean, you didn't have a dirty big do or anything like that.
No, only the family. The family do. We had.
You did?
They took us out for a meal and everything.
Well, I brought you a little something extra to celebrate with.
Oh, lovely.
Have a look down there. Look at this crate.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Thank you
Lovely
very much,
jubbly. Isn't that Now, is it true that you support Norwich?
Yes. True. Norwich support.
You mad
Yeah.
fool. How long have you been supporting them?
Oh, 20-odd years.
Really? And is it true also that when you used to be a milkman, that you used to decorate your milk float?
Oh, I have done. Blue and yellow and green.
You have?
Yes, have
You've
done.
actually decorated your milk float?
Yes.
What? Did it look anything like this?
What?
Well, I'll show you. See,
Oh,
anything
yeah,
like that?
No, not much of that, no.
This is as nice as that.
Oh, yeah, it's my son, that is.
That is your son. That's your David over there. It was your David who set you up for this.
That one.
We'll wait for you.
Yeah, I kept it a secret.
Was it a nice surprise?
That was a surprise, yes.
Really?
That was, yeah.
Oh, well, David, where'd you keep your orange
In
juice?
the back, Cilla.
Well, let's go and get it, Ken. Well, let's get the orange juice here. Here we go. Surprise, surprise. Mark Robbins from Norwich City Football Club.
Surprise, eh?
Is that a nice surprise for you?
That was a surprise. Lovely.
He's one of your favourites.
Too true, he is.
Yes.
Too true, he is.
And
Nice.
you've got a little present for him.
I have, yes. This is signed football by all the players.
Thank
All
you
the
very
players
much.
have signed that.
Shaking now, look.
Is it true that you actually go to watch Norwich City
I
whenever
get
you
that
can?
every time I can get there.
Well, surprise, surprise!
What now? What
You're
now?
going to be a VIP.
Oh.
And you know what that means, don't you, Ken? A very important person. Isn't that right, Mark?
That's right, yes.
You're going to go into the director's box and watch the match with the director's box. And then after the match, God, I hope they win. After the match, you're going to go to the director's lounge and have a bevy.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Isn't that lovely? There's more. You tell them about
Yes,
this.
well, we've got a season ticket for next season for you.
Oh, my word.
So you can go and we'll put you through the misery again next season.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Has it made your retirement
Lovely,
happy now?
thank you. Yes, that has.
Well, you're very welcome. Well, now it's time for a bit of rock and roll, and Roger Hancock's ready and raring to go, and so are Shawaddy Waddy. So come on, lads, take us back to the 70s with Under the Moon of Love.
Let's sit down and talk under the moon of love. I wanna tell you that I love you. I don't want you to be my girl, little darling. Let's fall and talk under the moon of love. I wanna talk sweet talk, whisper things to you. I'm gonna tell you lots of things I know you've been longing to hear. Come on, little darling, take my hand. Under the moon of love. Under the moon of love. I wanna tell you that I love you. I don't want you to be my girl, little darling. Let's fall, let's fall. Under the moon of love. I wanna tell you that I love you. I don't want you to be my girl. Under the moon of love.
Well, that was smashing, but now from the 70s, we're going back to the 50s. In 1956, Mrs. Margaret Rich was working as a nursery nurse in Bristol. Now, one of the babies she looked after was a little girl called Susan Cameron. Now, over the years, Susan became one of Margaret's special babies, who she often took on trips and even on holidays.
Well, eventually Margaret moved to Devon, and the last time she saw Susan was when she was her bridesmaid back in 1964, and here they are. Now, since that day, Margaret often thinks about her special baby and would love to see her again. So if you're watching Susan, or indeed anybody who can help out there, please give us a ring on 071 222 8070. Or write to us at Surprise Surprise, London Weekend Television, Upper Ground, London SE1 9LT. And now here's something else we need your help with. Recently, we sent our cameras to Australia to find some people who were desperate to make contact with their loved ones again. Now, maybe some of you watching out there may be able to help us. Have a look at this.
Hi, Mum. Louise Abraham of Manchester. This is my family. You know me, Colin, your son. Long time, haven't seen you for quite a while. 35 years we've been trying to find you. My wife, Gillian. My eldest daughter, Carly. My small daughter, Chelsea.
My name is Pauline Lusk. My maiden name is Pauline Davidson. And I was raised in an orphanage home in Hornchurch, Essex, from when I was a baby to about 16 years of age. I am looking for my mother. Caroline Gray was her maiden name. She did marry a Davidson and then moved to London, and I understand her name is now Caroline Coles. I would love to meet you, Mum. I've always wondered what you looked like, and I would just dearly love to be with you. Please contact me if you're listening to this program.
Well, now it's time to reveal to our studio audience the identity of the person we showed to our viewers. Yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Laszlo Cratchit. Laszlo, it's you. Surprise, surprise. Come down and join me on the sofa, Laszlo. Please come down. Hello, Laszlo. How'd you do? Have a sit down there on the couch. Yes, take the weight off your feet. Now, I know all about you, Laszlo. I mean, you work as a bus driver in Preston, yes? But you're not from Preston, are you? You were born in Hungary?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, well, I know all this because your stepson, Liam, sitting up there, wrote and told me all about you. And he says some marvellous things about you, because this is where you met and married your wife, Margaret, and you took on 3 of her children, didn't you? Well, Liam wrote a lovely letter all about you. Now, before you left, way back in 1956, just after the uprising, you had a bit of a row with your brother, I believe, Andras. And you've always regretted that. Now, Liam wrote a marvellous letter. I hope you don't mind me reading part of it out, because it's absolutely gorgeous. He says, "Dear Cilla, my dad has been so good to me and my 2 brothers and my mother. He works every hour that God sends to provide for his family. He has all but given up hope of ever seeing his brother again. He doesn't often let it show, but deep down it breaks his heart. It saddens us because after all he's done for us, he can't even see his own brother." Well, surprise, surprise, Laszlo. After nearly 40 years, you can make up after that argument, because we've flown your brother just to be with you tonight. Here he is. Say hello to your brother, Andras. Come in, Andras. Take a break there. See you in a couple of minutes.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Welcome back. Now, remember Elaine Botham, our singing student? Well, she and Robert Meadmore are ready, and here they are to sing one of the hits from Phantom of the Opera, All I Ask of You.
No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears.
but that was... Well, a lovely song. Beautifully sung. And all we ask of you, Elaine, will you remember us when you're famous? Thank you very much. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes.
Oh, well done. And it's all our thanks to Robert Meadmore here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert and Elaine. Now. Well, now it's time for our Sooty to show us how good she is with her arrows. Come down here, sweetheart. What a shock. What a shock and a lovely surprise. And you're here to play darts. Oh, gosh. And this crowd is lovely out there. Aren't you, sweetheart? They don't sound too sure of themselves now, but once you start throwing, they'll be with you all the way, Sue, all right? Oh, mind you, don't worry, I know you're shaking a little bit down here. Would we let you play on your own?
Well, I hope not.
Because you need a very special partner. And they don't come better than this, Sue.
Oh,
surprise,
no,
surprise. We've only got the former world champion.
Oh.
Yes, it's the crafty cockney himself, Eric Bristow. Come in, Eric.
You might let me win then.
Oh.
No problem.
Did you hear what she said? Oh, my hero. Oh, let her win now. You realise
No problems,
that?
though.
Well, you know the rules, don't you? You're going to play 6 darts, all right, the pair of you. And I don't know, you know, I'm no good at some, so I can't count up. We thought... Well, we've got to have someone special, haven't we, Eric?
Yes.
And we've got a very special lady. You've all seen Countdown, haven't you? I've watched that. She's great with figures. Here she is, Carol Vorderman. Come in, Carol.
Don't mind me, don't mind me.
You've got another... Sorry about your foot, but you've got another one.
That's all right.
I did it on purpose because I don't want you to win. Now, Carol, you're going to explain the rules, aren't
Well, I am a bit later because I thought it wasn't really fair having a big boy like Eric, former world champion, against yourself. So, not that I'm biased, of course, but I thought I'd do like a golf handicap, a surprise handicap.
Oh,
But I'll
terrific.
explain it as we go along, shall I?
Well, shall we start then? Well, you better get on your hockey, Sue. Hockey, hockey, hockey. So where you go, Sue. Good luck.
You go first, darling.
Don't worry, sweetheart. Now take your time. You'll be super smashing terrific. Oh, what's that?
Nothing.
Oh, what's that?
20.
20? You're going good. What's that?
10.
And 10. Away. Away, Sue. What's wrong with you, girl? You were winning back there. Come and stand here next to me.
20.
20. What's that?
60.
Away. He's cheating.
20.
20.
20.
Oh, he's good, you see, isn't he? Off you go. Now, this is it. The be-all and end-all. Super smashing terrific. This, you can have Kentucky Fried Chicken. What's that? What's
1, 1.
Ah.
1.
What? Oh, Stu, come back in.
Is it my
Is
chuck
it your nerves?
chuck?
Yeah. Yes. Is he standing on the right mark?
Yeah, afraid so.
He's a lovely mover, though, isn't he?
20.
20, 25.
19.
19. Oh, what's 25 and 19?
Really?
What is it? Oh, 44. Oh, Sue, look at that. No, come here. Where are you going, Sue? You stand next to our egg there. So what is the final score?
Well, it isn't the final score, Cilla. I have to say, this is, of course, is all the nonsense stuff that you might normally find in a pub, you know. 144 to Eric and 33 to Sue. But we're not playing by those rules this evening.
Right.
We're playing with a surprise handicap. Now, I've done a lot of research into this. You'd be interested to know. And one of the things that makes a good darts player is the size of the foot.
Really?
Yeah. So the bigger the foot,
Look at
the
his
better
face.
the balance. You see. So what I thought was, only to be fair, is divide by the size of your shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's your size shoe?
11.
11, okay, so we'll say that's 11 into that. Well, it's around about 13, but we'll round it down, so we'll call it 10, all right? And what's your shoe size? It's 5.
It's
So
5.
5 into 33, well, it's about, so we'll round that up to 10, I think. It's only fair, really, isn't it? So that's the first bit, but then I thought, well, you know, everybody goes to the pub to play darts, don't they?
Yes.
And
That's really like swatting. You know, it's like swatting for you. It's a bit of a cheat, really. But what do they do in the pub?
Oh, they drink all the time.
Drink all the time. What happens when you drink?
Oh, yes, the bulls.
You do not look like a Chippendale, do you? When you drink. So what I thought was we'd deduct the size of the waist, you see. So what's the size of your waist?
34.
In centimetres, that's about 34 inches.
Hey.
Oh, well,
Hey.
we'll round that up to 100 centimetres. So we'll subtract that. That gives you a score of -90. And if you don't mind me
Doing
saying,
well,
I think
yeah.
you're probably a 24-inch, aren't you? Yes. And there we have. Well, they're both negative, but I think you can see that Sue wins handsomely.
Congratulations, Sue. Wow. Done. Well, congratulations, Sue, and it's our commiserations to you, Eric. But, I mean, thank you for coming along and being such a good sport. A big R for our Eric. R. And thanks to you, Carol, for keeping score. You did ever such a good job. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol and Eric, well done. Congratulations, Sue. So you won, you eventually won. And I think you've been a terrific sport. So I'm going to give you a little prezi for that, all right? Walk this way.
Walk this way.
Collect your prezi. Please yourself down there, Sue. Well, I promised you a little prezi, and here it is. These are special arrows with surprise, surprise written on there. Look at that. Because we think you're ever such a good sport. Isn't that smashing? I'm going to put in for a set for them myself. Well, you're very welcome. Now, I suppose you're wondering how I know everything about you.
Well, yes, I am, actually.
Well, I did get a letter from your very dear friend, Doreen Paddington, tell me all about you. In fact, she practically told me your life story, because you've had a lot of ups and downs in your life, haven't you, Sue?
Just a few.
Yes.
Just
Well,
a
you
few.
got married when you were just 17.
That's right.
And you had 2 children, a lovely boy and a lovely girl, Karen and Stephen.
That's right.
And then, sadly, that marriage broke up. But you got custody of the children initially.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And then your ex-husband remarried.
Yeah.
And then he got custody of the little boy and the little girl.
That's right, and he took them to Canada.
He took them all the way to Canada. So
Yeah.
that must have been so shattering for you.
It was, yeah, at the time. But...
Now, you kept in touch with your son and your daughter, but then he moved about so much that you've eventually lost track of where they were living.
Yeah.
Well, that was over 25 years ago. So you haven't seen your daughter or your son in over 25 years. But 8 months ago, you did get a phone call out of the blue, and it was from your son, Stephen.
Yes, it was.
Well, that must have been marvellous.
Oh, brilliant.
And I do believe since then you've actually spoken to your Karen on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone. We've written letters. Yeah.
Well,
It's been
surprise,
marvellous.
surprise, Sue. You're going to do more than talk tonight, because we've flown them all the way over from Canada. You haven't seen them for over 25 years. Here's your little Stephen, not so little now, and your daughter, Karen. Come in, Stephen and Karen. Say hello to Mum.
Hey, baby.
Reaching out, holding hands, reliving memories as we smile through the years. The tears, the fears disappear. Life is full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full of surprises, and the nicest surprise in my life is you.
Well, that's it for this week, I'm afraid. I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who's taken part in tonight's show. Shiwaddy Waddy, Robert Meadmore, Eric Bristow, Carol Vorderman, and of course our very own Bob Cowdees. Until next week, it's ta-ra then. Ta-ra!
And next week's Surprise Surprise is on at the later time of 8 o'clock.
Software? What, like cashmere?
What's that?
Pardon?
Surprise, surprise. Bringing people together with BT.